Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, for your next main adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's Friday evening, and it is a good one out there. I think you'll like the weekend overall. We do have a little bit of wet weather in the forecast, particularly on Saturday. It's not a washout, though. And Sunday, when you think of a quintessential mid-July day with heat and humidity, I think Sunday's your day there. It looks like today was one of those days as well. All right, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Go through the weekend forecasts, of course, sponsored by Rennie's. We'll take a look at what's happening right now. Let's start you off at Old Orchard Beach. What a great place to be. I got the Ferris wheel going over at Palace Playland. Nice sunset. Folks are still swimming out there. Look at this. There's some pretty big waves out there as well. High tide. I think high tide was around 4 o'clock today, so the tide's actually going out right now. Let's talk about current temperatures. We're at 80 degrees in Portland. Those of you across Mid-Coast Maine, you're a little bit cooler. Even at the 8 o'clock hour, we are still in the low 80s over the interior. That's half the story, though, because humidity is up there. Hey, tomorrow will feature temperatures in the low to mid 80s at the coast. I think most inland towns will be in the mid to upper 80s. So tomorrow is going to be another warm day. The big question all week long has been, how far north will some of the rain get? Will it be a steady rain? Is it going to last all day? How much sun are we going to get? We're starting to get a better idea, of course. It's Friday, and you'd certainly expect that. I think we'll get a round of wet weather in the morning, the form of showers, and the sun pokes out pretty quickly, and there's the chance for an afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm. Most of the day should be just fine for outdoor activities. That's half the story, though. Look at the dew points. When the dew points get into the 70s, that's when we get into that oppressive category right there. So on the little table there. So most areas are in the 70s right now, or upper 60s and low 70s. So let's break out the old muggy meter. We're in the oppressive category tonight. Tomorrow, this is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll still be in that oppressive category with dew points in the low 70s. This is crazy. Earlier in the week, was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. Down to southern Vermont, I saw a dew point of 80 degrees. Nashua, New Hampshire had a dew point of 79 degrees. That's the highest dew point I've ever seen in New England. I mean, that's like deep south, high humidity. But it happened this week. So we're not looking at mid 70s, at least. We're looking at some low 70s for dew points. And we're back into the uncomfortable range on Sunday. We're going to go from oppressive down to uncomfortable. So improvement there. But then we're back to the oppressive category on Monday. So there you go. It's going to stay humid. A lot of folks have been asking me, hey, Charlie, when are we going to get relief from the humidity? The answer to that is late next week. Thursday, Friday of next week, we'll see drier air move in, at least for a couple days. Any showers over eastern Maine? Those are moving out. There's actually some wet weather off to the south. See this action down here? This is what's surging to the north. And we're going to see a little bit of wet weather move in, particularly during the morning hours. If you have outdoor plans this weekend, I think there will be at least some showers, and the atmosphere is set up in a way that we have the potential for some downpours, particularly in the morning tomorrow, then again during the afternoon. I'll show you how it goes down. The first round along this little stalled front, that moves in tomorrow morning, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I think by late morning, though, the sun's poking out. It's actually probably going to be a decent late morning and early afternoon. With hazy sun going to work, temps will surge back into the 80s. Those of you across Mid-Coast Maine from Casco Bay to Penobscot Bay, you will be a lot more comfortable with a southwest wind that clips the cooler ocean water, so you'll stay in the upper 70s. But for the rest of us, it's going to be hot, again, and humid. A second round of showers is possible during the afternoon, evening. That's about 7 p.m. You may get a rumble of thunder with that feature as well. That's going to move right along. I don't think we're going to see any severe weather, but there is the chance for a rumble of thunder. First in that morning round, and again late in the day. Then Sunday, full sun will be with us. We have a very low chance for any showers that day. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. Air temps inland will be around 90 degrees. We'll have high humidity. Heat indices will be higher than that, of course. At the coastline, we'll probably stay in the 80s. You'll be able to find some relief at the beaches on Sunday. So this is it. This is what we were we're waiting for, right? Remember last summer how cool and wet and humid it was? Well, now we just have sunny, hot, and wet at times. Not nearly as wet as last summer. We have some wet weather. We had the wet weather up north last few days. Southern areas, the lawns are burning up. It's actually kind of interesting. I just put on Twitter and Facebook that I showed a map showing precipitation anomalies over the last 2 weeks. And parts of our area up into Franklin County are running about 6 inches above normal in rainfall. So we've seen a lot of rainfall there. While in my backyard, my lawn's almost burnt to a crisp. I mean, we're running a deficit of 2 inches, below normal just over the last 2 weeks. So it's depends on where you are. All right, we're looking at a round of showers in the morning tomorrow. There could be a downpour mixed in, maybe a rumble of thunder. And then as we go throughout the late morning and afternoon, the sun's going to poke out and the temperatures are going to rebound accordingly. We should be in the low to mid 80s at the coast. I think inland areas will make a run at the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s will do it there. Now, tomorrow we'll have a southwest wind. You might be wondering why Rockland's so much cooler. You get a southwest wind off the cooler ocean waters. That allows for slightly cooler temps from Casco Bay to Penobscot Bay. So some of those peninsulas and islands from Harpswell down to Port Clyde, Pemaquid, Booth Bay Harbor, those are the places to be in this sort of setup. Late afternoon, evening hours, there may be a passing shower, maybe a rumble of thunder. It's going to be very, very humid. If you get one, it doesn't last very long. It's one of those where these showers are moving right along. But I think it's a broken line or a scattered line of showers. Sunday, we have a lesser of a risk for any showers that day. Full sun returns. Temps are going to be hot. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s at the coast. You'll be near 90 degrees inland. Mid-coast Maine, you'll be a little bit cooler, running in the 70s. And Monday looks hot as well. Highs will be around 90 degrees, and we're probably looking at the potential for an afternoon thunderstorm. Beach forecast, great place to be tomorrow. UV index is at a 9. Now, if you wake up in the morning, you have some wet weather, give it an hour or two. I think it's going to be moving out pretty quickly. Might get a round of showers and thunderstorms early, and then another round is possible afternoon and evening. Look at that. The water temperature is 60 degrees. Now, I thought this was kind of cool over at the lake, at Sebago Lake Buoy. The water temperature today made it to 78 degrees. Yesterday it was 71. So we've seen a significant warm up today from the 3-foot depth at the Sebago Lake Buoy. So 85 degrees. I wouldn't be shocked if you're a little bit warmer than that. But there is the chance, actually, there will be some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder very early in the day. And if you're heading on the boat, maybe just be mindful there could be an afternoon or evening shower thunderstorm. But I wouldn't let that change any outdoor plans or anything. Most of the day is probably just fine. I like the duck going by right there. On our lake forecast. Marine forecast tomorrow, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Waves are still up there 3 to 4 feet. Water temperature in the ocean at Portland Buoy is 60 degrees. So 78 over at Sebago Lake Buoy, 60 degrees at Portland Buoy. Visibility maybe reducing some of those showers in the morning, and then again during the afternoon. 7-day calls for a lot of sun by Sunday. A good chunk of tomorrow will feature partly sunny skies as well. And it's going to be hot. I mean, we're in the mid to upper 80s even at the coast on Sunday. Monday, we're in the upper 80s. Tuesday, upper 80s. Wednesday, upper 80s. There's a slight chance for an afternoon thunderstorm Monday and Tuesday. I think we have a greater risk for thunderstorms on Wednesday. And the reason for that, we have a real cold front. An actual cold front is going to move through, I think, on Wednesday. So drier air, less humid air should start to invade Thursday, Friday. Thursday is one of those days you probably wake up and it's muggy, but a drier air filters in. There may even be some showers early in the day Thursday. It might take a little while to get that out, but I think by 1 week from today, hang in there, just 1 week. If you dislike the humidity, I think you'll like later in the week. So that's the way things look this week. Maybe I can get to some of your questions here, and hopefully I've answered everybody's questions. Let's go back to the high temperatures. If you're just joining us, we can kind of take a look at the highs for tomorrow first. Let's see here. Let's see if we can bring up some of these questions. Sharon says, yeah, there is a big difference. Absolutely, right? I mean, I thought that was really interesting to see the deficit of 2 inches in southern Maine. This over the last 2 weeks, and upwards of 6 inches above normal in rainfall up into the Western Mountain region. Will the heat and humidity return the week of July 20th? I bet it will. I haven't really forecast that far, Connor, but I mean, the writing was on the wall leading into the summer that it was going to be a hot and humid summer, and it's certainly shaping up to be one of those. If you're a gardener, I mean, this after the humidity like this, you're probably going to start getting some disease coming on early. Be mindful of that. I don't know about you guys. I don't like to spray anything on the vegetables. Giant pumpkin's a little different, but yeah, I mean, I already noticed my tomatoes already starting to show a little bit of blight on some of the leaves. But I think we'll see a lot more of that over the next couple of weeks. Carlos, yeah, Maine's average summer temperature has increased. I'd have to go through the data, but I don't know by how much. What we do is every 10 years we update 30-year normals. And the last time we did that was in 2020. And Carlos, absolutely, yeah, we've definitely seen an increase in temperatures, and a lot of that is the nighttime temperatures. We just don't get cold at night anymore for whatever reason. I mean, it's probably climate change, but a lot of these areas where we have thermometers, or some of them are heat islands as well, and we've clearly seen that in Portland. I mean, it's been a lot of things built up around Portland, around the jet port. So concrete, pavement, buildings, that all retains heat, and you don't get the radiational cooling that you used to get with these big wide open fields years ago. So that plays into it as well. But yeah, we've definitely seen an increase in temperatures in the summertime and wintertime. Good question, Debbie. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the coordinates, but you can find it online. I just look at it online every day. Just Google Sebago Lake buoy. You'll see it. They put it in. I think they put it in May or something. They'll take it out in October, September, October. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it, bud. You can blame me for the heat. That's fine. Hey, last year everybody was all upset about the rain and how cool it was. It was the coolest since 2009 last summer. Remember that? And all the wet weather. So luckily we have not had that, but this is one of those classic hot and humid summers. It was the writing was on the wall. A lot of folks, might be thinking about winter and with this kind of heat around here. And it looks at this point we're headed into a weak La Nina. So we're going to go from El Nino to a weak La Nina again. I'm not quite sure how the winter is going to go down at this point, but a lot of the forecast modeling is indicating at least the first part of winter would not feature a lot of cold temperatures and not much snowfall. That would be December, January. So we'll see. I'm pulling for some snow, though. We want a good ski season this year, but right now it's not looking great early in the season. All right, what's Sharon saying? Something about peaches. Peaches are showing up. Yeah. Peaches are showing. Hope they grow this year. Oh, you didn't have any last year. Hopefully you have them this year. Good luck to the peaches. We used to have a great peach tree in our yard. And one year we got a couple hundred peaches, and peaches just don't like the cold. It was January 1st, 2018. The temperature got down to 29 degrees below zero at my house. 29, it was 27 or 29 degrees below zero. Might have been 27 degrees below zero. Anyway, the peach tree didn't like it. Neither did a dogwood tree. And if you remember, we were coming out of drought, so the trees were already stressed. So I lost my peach tree that year. I think it was because of the cold snap, January 1st, 2018. Good luck with the peaches. If you have extras to share, Sharon, send them my way. No, enjoy them. Yeah, spring and fall. I like that too. I like spring and fall. Nice temperate temperatures. It was cold at Pine Point. Yeah, I guess you're right. You did have the wind coming in off the ocean there for a while. The sea breeze meant business. Portland only reached a high of 83 today. In inland areas, it was 90 degrees in my house today. Brad says, how are the temperatures comparing currently on Mount Washington compared to when I was up there? I was up there in 99 to 2002. And I'm not sure. I know that they've noticed some warming as well. The observatory is tough, though, because their data set goes back a long way, and they've actually changed where their thermoshack is. And the thermoshack is sitting right on top of concrete platform, the observation deck, where prior to that, it was not on a concrete deck. So we noticed, I think when they changed to the Sherman Adams building, we saw a spike in temperatures. It was around 1981. So yeah, Mount Washington's definitely seen a warm up over the years and less snow over the years. Pinkham Notch has seen less snow. Actually, the last 10 years, Mount Washington summit has actually seen an increase in snow, but the valley has seen a decrease in snow. Mount Washington can't record snow well because it's always windy. It's the problem up there. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for checking, Debbie. Lower Bay. Appreciate that. Oh, I got to get a good peach tree. Professor Elwin Meter. All right, we got to look that up. I need a better peach tree. I had a peach tree I bought from. It was developed at UNH. I can't remember which one it was. Reliance. I think it was Reliance peach. That might have been the one. But I have a pear tree that does all right. But I need another peach tree. So we got to get back to peaches. I love that we've gone from this conversation has gone to Mount Washington to peaches to how much warmer it's been getting. So. Hey, we can do anything we want here. This is Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I think we'll leave it at that, though. That's probably a good way to end this heading into the weekend. Let's knock this to comments out. Thank you very much, Debbie. Appreciate that. All right. So in review, tomorrow, not a washout. There'll be some morning showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, a break with some sun returning, and then some passing afternoon, evening showers and thunderstorms. Most of the day should be fine. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. And Sunday, it's going to be hot and humid with a very low risk for any showers and thunderstorms late weekend. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll check back in next week.